Hi people, welcome to an episode of Immigration Guide. It's your girl Michelle. So today I'll be showing you how you can apply for a Canadian study permit online by yourself. You don't need a lawyer. You can do this application by yourself online. Okay? So please like, share this information because it will help someone out there. Congratulations on the success of your mission to study in Canada. You are a step closer, and it's important that you submit a strong, well prepared, and a well presented visa application. So if you are that candidate, if you've gotten your admission and it's the time for you to apply for your study permit, this video is for you. If you're planning on applying for a study permit in the future, this video is for you. Please guys, like and share this information. Okay, so if your proposed program of study is longer than 6 months, you will likely need a study permit. So in Canada, if your program is less than 6 months, you don't need a study permit. That means if you're already in Canada, you can go to school within 6 months without needing a study permit if you have a work permit. But if your school is 1 year and above, then you definitely do need a study permit. Okay, so if you're in any of this category, then make sure you watch this video. Okay, but to confirm it as well, you can go to the Canadian website and you will be able to quick access to see if you do need a study permit or not. Okay, so you also have to submit your application online, and to do this, you need to create an account with the IRCC secure account. So once you create your account, then you will be able to get access and start the application. So except you have a Canadian bank account, please don't use the partner secure account. All you need to do is use the GC key account, which is an account that anyone who doesn't have a Canadian bank account can create an account with the IRCC without needing bank details. Okay, so as I have said in so many videos in the past, is that there are three main things. There are three main things that you have to keep in mind, okay, when you're applying for your Canadian study permit. It is very important and crucial. The first thing is the purpose of study. What is your purpose of study? You need to know your purpose of study, okay? The program that you're going to study, what is the purpose? Why are you studying that program? Number two, you need to know the availability of funds that you have to be able to go through that program in Canada. Let's say the program is a 2-year program. Make sure that you have a bank statement that will show that will cover your expenses for the next 2 years. It is very important. Okay? So, availability of funds, you need to include your rent, your living expenses, your housing, your feeding. All of those expenses has to be included in your availability of funds. It is not just the tuition fee. It has to cover all your expenses. So make sure that you do have all of those details put in your availability of funds to give you a general amount that you need for the program. Number three, you do need strong proof of home ties. You need to be able to show the Canadian government that you have ties in your country, that once you're done your education, you will go back to your country. They need to know that, because if they are not aware that you are going back to your country, they might deny your visa, and you don't want that to happen, right? So these are the main three things. These are the three things that you need in order for you to get your visa approved in Canada. Okay, so the quality of your documents and how they are presented to show you if you do meet the requirements will determine the success of your application. Okay, the quality of your documents. So why is this program important, and the value of it to you, right? How will you fund your program? Do you have a strong, compelling ties outside Canada? So once you have all of these prepared already, all you need to do now is to log into your GC key account you created at the beginning of your application. Once you once you get access to the account, you should see a landing page. Look for where it says apply to come to Canada. So once you sign in after creating the account and you have access, go to where you see apply to come to Canada. Once you see apply to come to Canada, like this page that I'll be showing you here, once you see that, you click on it. If you do the right thing and answer all the necessary questions correctly, your final visa application portal should be up and you will see the list of application forms and other required documents that you need. Okay, so once you see apply to come to Canada, there's a questionnaire that's going to pop some of common documents that you will need. For example, you need the application form. The application form is the common one, which it's the IMM 1294. That is a common one. You need family information form. You need Schedule 1 application for temporary residence visa made outside of Canada. Guys, please, when you're filling these documents, make sure you put in every information that is necessary. Don't just put every information that is necessary. If they ask for your family history, please put your sibling's name. They ask for your parents' name. Please put this information, because once you apply into the Canadian system, whatever information you put there will remain in their system, and it will be difficult for you to change those information. So please make sure you're putting the right information. Also, there are other documents that you need. You need letter of admission, that is a letter of acceptance from the school. You need proof of means of financial support, that is proof of financial support. So if it's your auntie, if it's your mother, whoever is going to sponsor for your education, please, you need that financial support from them. Okay, if you're taking a loan, make sure that if you're taking that loan, it's updated on your bank statement, as well as you need to explain. You need explanation of the loan that you've borrowed. You need your picture, you need a passport, you need requests for medical exams. Okay, and also the main and the most important thing you need to write is what they call the client information. It's called a letter of explanation, statement of purpose. See, a lot of people minimize this thing. Statement of purpose is very important when it comes to applying for a study permit, because the Canadian government, you don't go for interviews, right? You don't go for interviews. So you need to make sure that you are explaining yourself to the immigration officer. You're telling them, right? You're giving them a brief history of your financial situation, the reason why you choose to go study in Canada. Express yourself to them to better understand why they should give you that visa. So it is very important for you to put a good statement of purpose. It is very important, guys. Please make sure you're jotting this down. It is very important for you to put a good statement of purpose so that your visa will be approved. Okay. Also, make sure you fill the forms as accurate as possible. Do not provide false information. Do not withhold important information. You do not need to print the form to sign. Just put your name and the date. You just need to put your name and you date it, okay? Then once that is done, you have to validate the form. Before you save it, upload them back on to the document. So everything you just need to do is online. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to print no document. You can fill all of these documents online. Once you fill the application for temporary resident visa form and you save it and you submit it, there is a barcode that's going to populate. That will tell you that the information that you've put has been recorded. So guys, please make sure that you do this right, okay? Make sure you do it right. Now, coming to the means of financial support. The key thing to note for the proof of means of financial support is to ensure that you and all your sponsors have enough to support you and to take up all financial commitments they have. So therefore, I'm advising you that you should show that you have excess funds. Please, guys, if it's 20,000, please make sure that you have at least $40,000 in your bank account if you're coming to Canada as a student. Make sure you have at least 40,000. Don't have a 20,000 bank account, because you might likely not get a visa. Okay? Now, show proof of income and investment for your applicant or your sponsor. Property documents with the property valuation of your proof of ownership. Proof of business ownership for the applicant or the sponsor. So if you have a business, if your father has a business, whoever is sponsoring you, whatever business they have, whatever properties they do have, make sure you put it there, okay? If they have a job, if they are employed, make sure you put a letter of employment. All of those things matter. All of those things will count, because if the government is not able to, see those things where your money is coming from, then they might reject your application. If you just put a bank statement, you might not be able to get your visa approved. Please, guys, make sure that you are jotting this down because it's very important. Okay, so in as much as possible, put in all the documents that you need, all documents that are available, put it. Okay, now make sure that you have. And lastly, lastly, it will be a proof of ties, right? Proof of ties, proof of home ties. You have to travel experience. Your travel experience is very important. Even if you travel just to any African country, it is still good. And your previous professional experience, all your proof of ties. If you have your family members, if you have you know your aunties, your uncles, you have like whatever you can prove that you will go back to your country. Please put it there. Please put it there. And make sure, keep it in mind that every document placeholder in your application will only accept a document size of 4 MB. Okay. So when you're writing this letter of explanation or statement of purpose, make sure that it is 4 MB. Okay. This is why you should present only relevant documents that will support the success of your application. So guys, I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, if you need help in applying for your application, please watch this video to the end. I will be showing a full guide of it, and I hope that it was helpful. Please share this information to your friends and family. If you have any questions, put it in the comment sections or send me a message through my email.